Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing Craps on a Cruise to earn a free cruise. And today we're going to be doing the Light in the Darkness with a $1,000 bankroll. We're actually going to go up a level. Instead of 100 here, we're doing a little bit more. Watch this. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps and winning free cruises. I'm going to show you what it's all about, so let's get rolling.
All right, some people have been asking me if there's a way that I get more points per hour while playing Craps on a Cruise to earn a free cruise. Playing the Light in the Darkness strategy, yes. I play $200 on the Don't Pass, and then I hedge it with putting $200 out there. Having $400 out on the table, sometimes you have an average bet of $400 in 1 hour. You can get between 300 and 400 points. And in just one session, you can get at least like 1,000 points. And 1,200 points is free cruise. So basically, we're going to do a $200 Don't Pass. Now, this wins on 7-Eleven. Or sorry, it loses on 7-Eleven and wins on 2-3. A pass line wins on 7-Eleven, loses on 2-3, 12. A Don't Pass will win on 2 and 3. It will push on a 12 or bar the 12. 12 doesn't count. And it loses on 7-Eleven. Let's see if we could get a point established. A 4 or 10 would be the best point to be established. But let's see if we can get past that 7-Eleven on a come out. And we did with a 2. So 2 is a great start. And it doesn't always happen like that. But let's just go ahead and rack that $200 just like that. We're starting $200 up. And it is a 4. So that's perfect. Perfect case scenario for us. Because $100 would cost a $5 VIG on a cruise with Royal Caribbean. You have to pay the VIG up front. Okay, so that becomes a buy bet. The commission, the VIG or vigorish it's called, is a tax or a commission to place that bet, and it pays $200 for $5. Okay, so now we have this pays $200 and we have $200 here. If a 4 comes, it pays $200, but we lose this. So it's a break-even amount. And if a 7 comes, we lose whatever's out here, and then we win $200. Okay, now, being that we have a 4 or 10, that's the best case scenario for the Light in the Darkness, because we have another $100 that we could play out here. Now, this is how I play where I can win money on every roll. Because watch this. If we do a 5, 6, and 8 at the $30 level, or 25, 30, 30, okay, that's 75. We have $15 extra that we could put in the field. But remember that $5 for the VIG? Let's put this back, and you can see that we have an equivalent, including that $5, we have an equivalent of $200 out here and $200 here. This is an average bet of about $400 or $395. So it doesn't matter what happens. All we do is collect, collect, collect. Now, if I wanted to grab the 9 and the 10, I would get it out of the field, meaning after I get a hit, I'll pressure. Because the worst case scenario right now is that I break even, okay? If a 7 comes right now, I break even, pretty much. All right. Here we go. Let's see what comes. And it is a 5. All right. So 5 loses in the field, pays 35. Let's go ahead and get a 9 and go back in the field. All right. Here we go. And it is an 8. All right. Same scenario where the field loses and we get paid 35. So let's go back in the field. Let's throw in $1 because remember, we have to pay that VIG. And let's get a 10. We'll buy the 10, okay? Now, that costs us a little bit, but now because we have every number covered, we don't really need to do a field bet anymore. We could literally do a horn high yo for $10 every single roll. Now, horn high yo, the way that works is it's $10. And so let me break it down with $10 like this so you can see how it works. Basically, you have $10 and it's $2 on the 2, 3, and 12, and then an extra $2 on the 11 would be $8. But when it's $10, you have an extra $2. So this would be called a horn high yo because you're going high on the yo, or $4 on the yo. You can do a horn high midnight, horn high aces, or you can do a horn high ace deuce or a horn high 3. I like to do the horn high yo. So basically, that's going to be the bet that I'm going to do. Once I have all the numbers, it doesn't make sense to play the field anymore. I'll just play the horn high yo. So let's do that for $10. We'll call that a horn high yo. Here we go. Let's see if we can get one of those horn numbers. But basically, every single number is covered here. We're winning money on every single number. Let's see if we can get a long roll. You catch a long roll with this, you can make some money. That's for sure. Let's see if we can do it. There's an 8. All right. So the 8 is a difference of a quarter. So we're just going to take that quarter and put it in our rack. And we're going to, because remember it pays 35. And so we're going to put this $10 back. So let's just see if what we can make. There's a 10, hard 10 it happens to be. Now that's going to cost us $1, and we're going to get paid 50 for that. Okay. Now this does come down, so the difference is $40 or $39. $39 profit, and we're going to go back up with the $10 horn high yo. Here we go. And it's another 10, hard 10 back to back. I wish I would have pressed that. All right. So same scenario. We get that, and we can press if we want, but let's collect at least 100 so that we're up at least 100 for this shooter. And we did get that come out too, so we're already up 200 anyway. But let's keep going. All right. So then we do have to place this $10 back. All right. Here we go. Let's see what comes next. And it's a 12. There you go. So perfect. We got the hard 10 back to back. We got the horn high yo for 10. That actually pays. And the way that works is these bets lose. That bet wins and stays there. But it's 30 to 1, which is $60, right? So it would be, but there's $2 on there. So it'd be $60. But then it would be minus 2, 4, 6, 8. So minus 8 is $52. So we would win 52. So what we're going to do is we're just going to win 52 on that. Okay. Let's put it in our rack, and then let's just roll again. See what happens here. All right. Do horns come in pairs? Nope. There's an 8, and it's an easy 8. Now, again, same thing. This loses. It wins 35. We're going to go back up. We're going to rack this quarter, and we're just going to keep rolling. All right. And there's a 5. All right. So same thing, same scenario, $25 difference. And you could just do this and break even, or you could start pressing whenever. Once I get about $100, then I'll start pressing. So let's see what happens. See if we get longer rolls out of this. There is a hard 8. So a hard 8, again, that will pay like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw in an extra $5 because we're going to go back up on the horn high yo, and then we're going to press that 8 and make it look like $60. All right, here we go. And it is a 6. All right, let's do the same thing, the same scenario. We're going to take $5 from our rack because we know that we're going to get paid like this. And we're going to put this back, and then we're going to press the 6. 6 looks like $60. All right, so the 6 and 8 are pressed up here. Here we go. And it's a 3. All right, now that's good. Right here, again, same scenario. There is $2 on the 3. That pays 30 minus 2, 4, 6, 8. 30 minus 8 is, what is that, 22? All right, so let's get 22. Let's throw in 3 so we can get a quarter for that. How about that? All right. And let's use that quarter to press the 5. Why not? All right, we're in pressure mode, so we can get this to the next level and then start collecting at the higher level. All right, here we go. And it is a 6. All right, we got the 6. This pays $70, although it does lose that right there. So if we do that, that pays, it looks like that. Now, because that pays 70, we got 70. Let's put 10 back in on the horn high yo. And let's just press this up to 90 real quick on both of these. Okay, so this would actually pay 105, and that's a good place to be on the 6 and 8. All right, let's see if we can keep this roll going. All right, here we go. And it's a 5. 5. Now, the 5 is at 50. 50 pays 70. So we're going to do the same thing here where where we pay 60, there's 70. So we're going to put this back so we have the horn numbers covered. Let's take this to 75 because that will pay 105. And let's just pressure the 9 to 50 and let's put this in our rack. All right, here we go. And let's keep this roll going. Yeah. All right, there is 7 out. Okay, so we had all this money out here. We pressed a lot. We collected a lot. But because the 7 came, we lose everything out here. So watch what happens. So we'll just lose all of this. Okay, so I'm going to just take all of this away. And then we get paid right here $200. The puck goes off. And we got paid $200. We got paid $200 on that come out roll. Now we started with $1,000, and I could just check and see we are up. If we counted this, we're actually, so there's 1,000. There is, let me put this here like this, so you can see we are, there's 1350, 1375. So we made about $385. So on that one roll, we made $385. Now, sometimes you might be down $385 if you hit, and you get hit off a couple times, but you're not really losing. Like with this system, to have that much money on the table and only win $300 might seem like it's not a really good deal, but you're getting free points, or you're getting points towards a free cruise every time you play this. All right, so let's go back out, and instead of now that we have some extra money, let's add like a $15 $15.11, which would pay $225. So we're going to cover 2 combinations that can cause us to lose this. We're going to cover that 11. How about that? Let's just do that, see what happens. All right, so it's another shooter, and let's see if we can get a 2-3 like we did last time. That would be great. And it is an 8. All right, so because we were up, we kind of hedged this a little bit. No big deal. We are against the 8 now, so let's. This is $200. So what would I do in this scenario at the high level? Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's first thing I want to do is I want to make sure at this level I get the 5, 6, and 8. Okay, so that's 75. Let's just add. I'm gonna add some more money out here just to kind of show you how you want to think about it. Okay, so here's 100, and here is 200. Okay, so now we used $15, so no big deal. That was part of our profit money or our insurance money that we had. But look, here's $200 out here. So if we did $30 here, if we had $10 for our field, then all of a sudden, look, we have 100 and what is this? 120. Let's do $120. Let me get some change for this. So we'll do $120. So 120 only pays 140. So we would lose $60 if an 8 came. Let's get this right here. Let's get a hard 8 for $5. That's an extra $45. So if it came hard, that's covering 1. And we're just doing that to start. Okay, this is just to start. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hop the easy 8s. And usually there's hopping over here. So I'm going to just put it right up here. And so what that means is if it's a 6-2 or a 5-3, then we're going to get paid $80. So we'll get paid 140 plus 80, which is more than 200 if we're hopping when the 8 comes. So a hard 8 right now, we'd actually lose money. Let's throw in an extra $5. Okay, so now we're playing for $5. And if you count that, we're playing for $20, okay? Because all of this is break-even money, we're only playing for $20. So let's do a hard 8 for 10. That's going to pay $100 if we go down. So it's $90. So we would get paid on a hard 8, we'd get paid $140 plus 90. So we actually made the 8 more valuable, and we have over $200 as our average bet. So it doesn't really matter what happens. We're winning on every number. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it is an 8, and it's an easy 8. So let's talk about what we lost there. Back-to-back 8s. So we lost our don't pass. We lost our field. And we lost our hard 8. And we lost our hopping 8. Wow, looks like we lost a lot of money, right? But we only lost one of the hopping 8s, right? Because we had this one bet. So let's just pay that right off the bat. That's going to pay 80 and down, or $80. Okay, so there's 80. Okay, so I'm gonna just put it right there. Then we have 140, right? So let's get that 140. So there's 100 and there's 40. Okay, so sorry, 30, 40. Okay, so 100 and there's 140 for that one, and there is the 80 for the hopping. And you saw, oh, we lost all that money. Let's see where we're at with what we got. Look, we have the 10 that was in the field. We have the 10 that was here. Plus, here's 200. Let me get that in a black chip. So there's the 200. So we're just going to put that back there. And then we had, so we lost $10. $10. So we played with the 15 plus the 10. And that was a back-to-back point. Whenever you're playing the don't, back-to-back points can hurt you a lot if you're the way you play. But remember, we're playing for comp value, right? We're playing for points for a free cruise right now. All right, we have another come out. Let's go ahead and hop that 11 again and see if 11 comes. Now, if the 7 comes, we're going to lose both of these, but let's hope a 7 doesn't come. It's the same hot shooter. They just got 8 back-to-back. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a yo 11. All right, so what happened is we lose this, right? However, this stays up and it pays $225. So we're able to go back up here and have an extra $25 that we're just going to put in our rack. Okay, so let's roll again, see what happens. And it is an 8, hard 8. Back out on the 8. That makes it a little bit easier because we're still set up like this. We do lose the yo that we had out there, but we did make $25. So this time, that first hopping and everything is actually paid for, because we're going to put the field in for 10, and we're going to put the hard 8 for 10. And, well, we got $5 extra here that we're going to play, because we're going to hop the easy 8s just like we did last time. All right, here we go. Now we're winning on every number. Doesn't matter what rolls. Here we go. And it's a 7. 7 out. All right. So why are we winning with every number? You might say, no, you lost money. Yeah, it is up and down. But remember, you win and you lose. It goes up and down. It fluctuates. So we lost all that, and then we get paid $200 right here. So what were we playing with? We're playing with about $30. Now, people play with $30 or $50 all the time and risk a 7 out. The fact that we lost $20 on a 7 out but had an average bet of over or close to 400, we're winning. Just say we're winning, okay? So here we go. We're back out. It's a different shooter. Do we want to hedge the 7 and 11 right now, or do we want to just go for it? Depends on how you feel. We're kind of up in our bankroll, so I don't know. Depends on how you feel. There's a 10. So a 10 on the end is actually the perfect scenario. Remember, 4 and 10 are great for us because $100 with a $5 VIG makes this pay our $200. So it's a lot less than the 8. The 8, we were kind of overbalanced just to cover that 8. But on a 10, we have some extra money because we're still going to do this 5, 6, 8 at this level. And then we're going to do $10 in the field. And we don't need to necessarily hop. So this is a total break-even move. We don't need to get the hard 10, and we don't need to hop. Okay, now we can, but we don't need to. First, let's get these other numbers and see what happens. All right, here we go. There is a 10 back-to-back. Now, we could have hopped, and we could have got the hard 10 or hopped, but this is what happens. We lose this, we get paid here, and then $5 is going to pay 200. Okay? So, really, when it comes down to it, I think the difference is $5, right? That we made on that. All right, let's take this 15 and let's go for the yo this time. This puck goes off. Everything stays the same. Same shooter. No 7. And if 11 comes, that's fine. Let's see what comes. Here we go. And it's a 7. All right, so we knew it would come sooner or later. And we lost this one and we lost this one. Okay, now we're going to go back up for 200. Will we get 2 7s in a row? Will we get an 11 right now? I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. And it is a 3. All right, 3 comes right back to us where we get another 200. That same 200. Let's see if we can miss the 7 and 11. A 2 would be great, but there's the 7. And sometimes that's the way it happens. It goes back and forth, back and forth. So now we're at the place where we have to put in 200 again. And let's see where we're at. There is a hard 8. All right, so we're at the hard 8. Now, whenever you do come down, because we don't need that 10 anymore, the point becomes 8, and we come down, they're going to give us our 5 back. So that kind of works like that. All right, because we have this here, I know we have 10 more dollars would make 200 based on this 200. And we wanted to do maybe 120, right, on the 8. So let's do that, 120 on the 8. Then we have some, let's get some change for this one, okay? And we're just going to set up. We're going to set up with a hard 8 for $10. Let's set up for a $10 field. And let's throw in a nickel for hopping the easy ways on the 8s. And we're ready to roll. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 7. 7 out. All right. So we did lose a little bit, but not too much, right? Remember, we didn't lose too much. We played for, I think, $5, $10, whatever it was, that we threw in extra above the 200. So this goes off. We're going to win 200 back to us for that 7. And so you might say, check your bankroll, check your bankroll. Let's see. We started with 1,000. Let's see where we are. There is 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're up about $165 still. So with all of that, losing, winning, the key is we're still here playing. All right, let's do it again. We'll just go up. Now we are, this is putting us at risk to actually be down in our bankroll because remember, we only are up about $165. Here's 200 out on the table. Let's see if we can get past that 7 and 11. And let's get a 4 or 10 would be great. And it's a 7. Oh, we didn't get past it. All right, let's reset. And do we want to put out some insurance? I don't know, not yet. Let's see. And it's a 4. All right, so that's great. We actually wanted a 4 or 10. Best case scenario when you're down, because we're down in our bankroll now, okay? And remember that first roll, we made some money. So let's do the easy. Let me get some nickels here. We'll just count out some nickels. Here's 25, 50, 55, or 75, I should say, and 100. All right, so let's get that because we're going to want these so that we could set up. So let's go like this, and oh my goodness, let's set these up. All right, so there's 100 there. Let's go ahead. We're going to pay the $5 for the VIG. So the 4 pays 200. That's taken care of. And now let's get that 5, 6, and 8. And we want to get that at this level. We don't have to get it at this level. We could just go like 54, hints like across and have that playing for that. Whatever you want to do. I like to just get it at this level. This time, why don't we throw in the hard 4 for $10 and see what happens. All right, here we go. Here we go. Getting a little aggressive here. And it is a 5. All right, a 5. So the difference on the 5 is $25. Now, before we spread out to the 9 and 10, I'm just going to rack this. Rack a couple. Again, that would have lost and we would have put it back. All right, here we go. And it is a 7. Oh, 7. Well, good thing I racked at least $25, right? Because what's going to happen is we're going to lose all this. But let me show you how much that is. That right there is $200, and there's an extra 5. So we actually racked $25. So the difference, we just made 20 bucks. I don't know if that makes sense, but we just made $20 on that, and doesn't feel like it, but we did. All right, let's try it one more time and see if we could just get up with our bankroll. And imagine sometimes this many everything that I'm doing right now probably would have been about an hour. So you probably would have been halfway towards a free cruise by now, just with these short little rolls like this. Let's see if we can get past no 7, no 11, and it's a 6. All right, so now we're out on the 6, and we're going to have our 200. So a lot of times the way I think about it in my mind is I literally will just put out 200 just to kind of give me an idea. And so let's say I put the 200 out like this. In my hand, I'm kind of looking at 200, and then I decide, okay, where do I want to put it? I know that's going to look like that, and then what do I have left? Here's 20. Again, we have 120 that we could put on the 6. Let's change these in for some nickels, and then let's do a filled, and let's do a hard 6. And again, right here, we just need to throw in one more nickel, and we can even hop the 6. So if the 6 comes right now, it's okay. Now, we could take this bet here and just push and just wait for the 6 and hope that it comes hard. That's kind of like a light side play. Or you could spread out and build like we were before. Let's see what happens. And there it is, a hard 8. Okay, so a hard 8. What that does is that gives us, now remember, usually you lose the field, right? So I'm gonna pay in nickels just to kind of show you. So it'd be 25 and 35. So there's 25, 35. Okay, so 10 is right there. And then another 10 is right up here. So the difference is on that roll we made $15. So let's go ahead and rack $15 and roll again. Here we go. And there's a 2. All right, so double in the bubble. And this pays double here, okay? But look, we're going to just put that 6 back up over there. Okay, so that means we have an extra $10. This is a great time to get a 9, and see what happens. All right, here we go. And there's an 8 back out on the 8. And again, I don't know if you remember, but the difference is $15 on an 8. So let's go ahead and rack this. We're going to do like a press and collect kind of thing. All right, here we go. And there's a 6. All right, we got the 6. That spun. There it was. It's a 6. All right. We lose this. It's not a hard 6. And we lose our don't, right? And we lose one of these. Okay, so let's just pay that first, okay? Now, they normally wouldn't pay the hopping first. They'll pay the hopping last, okay? But they will take everything right away. So there's 80, and then there is 140. So let's do 140. All right, so there's that and that. So here's our 200 that we lost here, right? So let me get that in a black chip just to kind of make it where it's kind of back the way it was. And then we have a difference of, not really, but we definitely, so 220 out of all that, right? So let's go ahead and put this here. This puck goes off. And let's roll it one more time, see if we can get past it. This is the big risk right here. Here's a 4. Perfect case scenario, right? Because a 4 and 10, we automatically break even. We don't have to hop. We don't have to do all that stuff. So let's go ahead and put this here. And let's take this down. And let me show you this. Right here will be bought. And the point is 4, so that pays for that. We do need to add in $10. So let's do that. We're going to add in $10 to make a... it's actually $5 to make a... no, it was $10 to make a $30 6. And then... let's do a $10 field. And let's take this $10, put it back in our rack, and let's build from here. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 6. All right, so 6 is different. It's $25 like this. Let's go ahead and get a 9. Let's go ahead and get a 9 for 25 and go back in the field. All right, here we go. So sometimes there's an 8. So Sometimes on a 4 or 10, I'll just automatically press a little bit and spread out a little bit. Let's throw in $1 and get that 10, and we'll buy that 10 for $25. Then we'll go back in the field. All right, so now we're across there. All right, now we have every number. And there's a 6 again. I forgot we don't need to do the field if we have all of these. So this loses, and hey, it's a $25 difference. Let's take into a $10 horn high yo. Let's rack this $25. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 7 out. 7 out, and we lose all this. We did press up, so it feels like you lost, but you really didn't lose. You get 200 there, and the puck goes off. Let's go ahead and rack it or count it up and see where we are with our bankroll. All right, so here we go. Started with 1,000. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7, 8, 9, 50, 9. What is it? 950, 975, and $1,000. Meaning that we won. We're up by 25, right? 30, $35. So we made $35, but really we made points towards a free cruise. We do this again, and we'll be having a cruise probably in 2 sessions. So anyway, wanted to show you at the higher level. That's how I'd play it. I know it's a lot of work, a lot of hopping, a lot of different things that we're doing depending on the point. The only scenario we didn't see is a 5 or a 9. I'd probably do 150 on the 5 and 9 if they came out. So other than that, I think everything you saw. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you watch this one. Subscribe if you haven't. Become a channel member if you want to. You get more secret point systems and different ways we make points as well. And I would say, yeah, watch this video, and I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.